You're hurting me, Sheriff! You're hurting me, Sheriff!
If Whoopi Goldberg was here right now, what would you tell her?
I'm just gonna say, ma'am, I'm not trying to shame, but Whoopi Goldberg, you one of the ugliest actresses in the history of America. You the goat of ugliness. Nobody think you pretty. Nobody think you even Whoopi Goldberg. And then on top of that, you know how like an ugly girl, she can make herself more beautiful with a good character?
Yeah.
Her character is just as ugly. All she do is she complain and talk about Donald Trump all day, and you got all these millions. Are you not happy, man? Whoopi, I want you to look in the mirror right now. You's an ugly one. And you ugly for selling America down the hall. You're supposed to be an American. I don't even consider you American. But at the end of the day, Whoopi, you ugly.
Men are fighting back against woke people after the election.
Are you here supporting Donald Trump? Whoa! Excuse me, madam, let's dial it in. Are we just like every other Kamala supporter? Oh yeah, grab my hair. Oh yeah, body me up. Angry. Yeah, we're gonna win big. Absolutely not. This is a public space.
Donald, you're harassing me.
I'm not harassing anyone.
Yes, you are.
This is a freedom of speech here.
You're harassing
Yeah,
me.
you're harassing me.
Donald Trump?
You're harassing me.
Please leave right now.
They're gonna call harassment. They're gonna say, next they're gonna say we're sexually assaulting them.
Brother,
How important are women's rights?
More important than yours and mine.
What rights do men have that women don't?
I think I'm done here today, guys.
Beta male.
What rights do men have that women don't?
Beta female.
These people don't stand for anything, and the only thing they're fighting for is online clout.
Hey, Trump supporter, let me ask you, are you happy now? You have control of the Supreme Court. Donald Trump's your new president. You now have the House of Representatives and the Senate, all branches of government under your control. Are you finally happy?
Do you know that Kamala Harris's campaign staffers are currently having GoFundMe so that they can pay their bills? Like, how do you up that bad? And you wanted these people to be in charge of our government and in charge of our economy? She took in $1.5 billion in campaign funds, and she somehow managed to spend even more than that while not paying her campaign staffers. Like Tim Walz, the failed vice president, is meeting with donors today, 3 weeks after the election is over, just so they can try to take in a little bit more money so they can pay everyone, pay all the vendors, pay all the staffers, pay all the event staff. Like, they took in more campaign money than any candidate in the history of our election system. And they are now in debt. They are in so much debt that their former staffers have GoFundMes to be able to just pay their rent. But let's be real, how she ran her campaign is how Democrats run the government. The only difference is between her campaign and the United States government is the United States government can just go into debt and saddle our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren with millions of dollars in bills. Her campaign couldn't do that. So now they're begging for more money from donors even after they lost. Like, imagine how that conversation is going to go. Imagine Tim Walz going to donors and saying, hey, look, I know you guys gave us more money than you've ever given anyone in history. And I know it led to the other side getting the presidency, the electoral vote, the popular vote, the House, the Senate, the governorships, every bellwether, every swing state. But we're going to need some more money so we can pay off all the bills we didn't pay during the election cycle. We are so lucky these people are not going to be in charge anymore.
You have a Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, who's going to be the head of Obamacare and HHS and the CDC, that believes that medicines that have saved millions of lives are wackadoodle and kooky. That's what you wanted?
I got a message. As a guy who spent 34 years deporting illegal, I got a message to the millions of illegal that Joe Biden's releasing our country in violation of federal law. You better start packing now.
He cold.
You're right. Because you're going home. I got another message. Another message to the criminal cartels in Mexico. You smuggled enough fentanyl across this country to kill 148,000 young Americans. You have killed more Americans than every organization in the world combined. And that's when President Trump gets back in office. He's going to designate you a organization, and he's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. You're done. You're done.
That's what I'm talking about!
You could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans.
The point that I'm hearing is, how could you vote for somebody that's a quote-unquote convicted felon?
Yeah.
That whole little
Which
spiel.
took place after his presidency. Like all of that point is really played out.
But then again,
I'm not voting with feelings though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But
Right
the problem is, if you pay attention, you see what this is you had a prosecutor run on. I'm only running because I'm the one who's going to convict Trump, and then you put him in this process, and it's all Democratic led. So you get on TV and you say, Trump says all this enemy within, right? Enemy within, and he's going to use the justice system to go after all his enemies. Why y'all doing it, bro?
Yeah, that's what they did.
Why y'all doing it? And this is not just you turning people into Trump apologists, right? Even if they don't like, dude, it's like I can easily look at this, be like, bro, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So then, right before the election, now they want to throw the lady out there, the salt.
Yeah.
Because not only is he a felon now, now he's a and all of this. It's when y'all doing it and how y'all doing it, and y'all doing the very same that
saying he gonna do.
Facts.
You gaslighting us. And this is a Democratic thing. This ain't even got nothing to do with Kamala yet. We ain't even got to her yet.
Yeah, the Democratic Party.
It's all bull. Anyway, it's all just I don't know. It's people be throwing a lot of smoking mirrors. Like it's a lot of that.
These people are telling the truth.
Are you happy that the same people, thousands, that built hanging gallows on the steps of the Capitol and shattered windows, killed people, are now back in the highest seats of government? That's what you want? Are you happy? That's what you wanted for the country.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Holman, with
family.
all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're in the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Mr. Chair, the memo is submitted to the record for review.
This is the result of Democrats voting for people who are more focused on being social media stars than they are on being congressmen. This woman is always outclassed wherever she goes, and she is a national embarrassment, and it's really hard for me to believe that she got reelected legitimately.
There's not equal pay. No, there
Wait, what's the wage gap, really quick?
I don't need to tell you a number. I can tell you from a living experience.
Anecdotal evidence is not strong evidence. This
My
is come on.
evidence? It's anecdotal. I live it. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
that's the
such a-
definition of anecdotal evidence.
Anecdotal evidence is reality. You know women make as much money as
No,
you for the
if
same
you-
job.
If you
Well, then be
divide,
quiet because you don't know.
so if you were to do 77 cents to a man's dollar, that's only if you divide the median earnings of full-time women by the median earnings of full-time men. That's all that is. That doesn't account for occupation, education, hours worked. So it's disingenuous to bring it up.
You're saying I'm disingenuous? Am I?
Ask me a question, I'm trying to answer it.
No, then answer the question yes or no. It's simple. Can you do that?
Does he know you?
Can you do that?
Can you do that? If you're trying to lie to people, it's disingenuous. If you're just
I'm not
ignorant,
lying.
that's
I
okay
said,
to
are
the
you
facts.
calling me?
If you don't know
Are
the
you
facts,
calling me? If I don't know your facts?
no, those are the.
Guess what?
Or a sugar baby at a certain level. There's girls that go to the club looking for guys just to get free liquor. Then there's girls that go out, but they charge you to go out to hang out with them. And then there's girls that charge you to go out more knowing there's going to be something at the end.
Right.
Then there's girls that strictly charge you for.
Okay.
And I feel like that's the majority of the girls here. There's no girls that don't here in Miami, not you,
That aren't working girls?
that aren't a working girl in some fashion, whether it's free liquor, so paid for
I think Miami has a lot of international culture, and I think it's part of a lot of culture, and I think women nowadays are valuing their time.
Valuing their time. Valuing their time.
If you're accompanying them with their time, maybe you can show them value with monetary.
Wow. Changing those words, so it's not that anymore. Now it's just like
But
you said, valuing their time.
Are you disappointed? Are you looking for wholesome girls that won't be charging you for their time?
And not here, I'm not. Not here. So far, the first person we interview is confirmed that Miami is a hotbed for prostitution.
When you gather in your churches in the morning across the country and you sing about victory in Jesus, and you've made almost half of the other side of the country want to vomit when they think about coming into your churches and your place of worship and the denigration that they see of the Christ that has been done. You rejoice in that? That makes you happy. You won. Be happy.
Me and my friend Ruby out of 10.
No, I'm not.
A question?
No, thank you. Okay. Oh, actually, no.
Nope, okay.
I'm so late for work, guys. So...
Hi, excuse me. What would you rate? Nope. Okay. Hi, excuse me.
I'm sorry, I'm really busy. Sorry, thanks. Sorry, cheers.
Excuse me. Would you rather?
No,
Oh, no, okay. Hiya. Okay. Hiya, excuse me.
I'm busy. Sorry.
You've been promising for the last 10 years you were going to take America back again, that you were going to rule America. Well, you've won. You've won it all. Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Are you dancing? Are you rejoicing?
Changed the content on this channel from apolitical to political, so I'm losing a lot of subscribers. So when I say like, share, and subscribe, please subscribe, help a girl out. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Red Dawn Daily with your host, me, Dawn Marie.